Robin.
Greg and Tony are here. Jim Jefferies is here.
Jim Jefferies.
And Daniel.
We actually have, I guess, Cliff Clavin coming in.
Great to be here, boys.
That's fucking... Jim Jefferies does a great
I tell you, I was doing the Edinburgh Festival, and you know, the Edinburgh Festival is like the big comedy festival in Scotland, and the theatre next to me, George Wendt was in a sketch group, you know, Norm from Cheers.
Yeah.
And me and him, because we had dressing rooms next door to each other, we sort of got along over the course of the month. Like, we spoke to each other each day, and like, hello. And he liked me until I got drunk, and it would always end with me going, hey, Normie.
And he's probably like, all right.
A couple of years ago.
Fucking heard
and
it.
So if he saw me sober, he was like, hey, Jim. If he saw me drunk, that fat old man would run away.
He was actually on the show. George Wendt. That was the day I was off, but Opie and Jimmy had quite the pisser with him.
Disastrous interview.
Yeah, kind of slow, was it? Yeah. Yeah.
Not good.
And what did you do wrong? What happened?
He's selling a book about beer. Okay? His book was about his favorite beers, which sounds like an absolute dud waiting to happen.
Yeah.
But we sat with him, and he was really like not talking much and being very low key. So I was asking him about drinking and stuff, and just about not being on Cheers anymore. It was kind of depressing.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
He just got really sad.
Yeah, it was
depressed. And he kind of want me to leave. And
he actually asked that too.
Yeah.
Oh, what? He didn't like being on Cheers anymore. He didn't like.
No. We were. He thought we were just bringing up sad things.
George Wendt.
But he brought out a book about beer. Like, he does know that he's not Norm. Right?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's like you're not Norm. But
it's like the guy from Dexter bringing up a book about murder.
Yeah.
These are the people I've killed.
It's a show.
Do we have any George Wendt clips we can play for Jim Jefferies real fast? Because it was a moment, man. Me and Jimmy
Normie, don't you let those boys push you around.
me and Jimmy, Ann was out.
If Jim Norton just speaks to you that way, you tell him to come and see me.
Ann was out that day, and me and Jimmy were in this weird place with him. It was great.
Terrible interview.
We wanted to call him out.
I wish I would have
fucking
been here for that one.
It was hideous.
But it was so depressing.
I hear
he was so depressing.
I hear John though is a little more. He's done a few more things though than George Wendt has done.
John Ratzenberger, he's done all this stuff with Pixar.
Yeah.
He's
Toy
done
Story.
He did a wonderful infomercial for Stern Pinball.
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah, I like pinball, and he did a documentary on their factory.
Oh well, he had that show where he would travel around America and kind of talk about weird things in weird places, like, you know, giant frying pan in Idaho or something.
Yeah, it's all quality television.
Oh, of course, yeah. But he's done other stuff. So I would gather he'd have more to talk about than a George Wendt.
I tell you what I did yesterday on the way home when I was going back to Jersey, back to the hotel. I read the William Shatner book, right?
Yeah.
And
good, right?
you read it in his voice in your head when you read it. But there was this thing that he sort of things about Shatner, which you were talking about on the show, and it said, well, I hosted 911. And it saved, which is like a crime watch thing. Like,
it was the Rescue 911. Yeah.
Have you seen these people? It's one of those shows, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, and it saved over 350 lives, that TV program, right? And I remember that fucking program on Australian TV.
Yeah.
And it actually killed a few people because our number's 000.
Oh, we don't shit. So people died on 911.
So many people started watching that show. That, like, there was like just kids with like a dying grandmother next to them just going, the phone's not working.
911.
So he might have saved lives in that country.
Please hang up and try again.
Yeah.
You dialed the wrong number.
All right. Give it another go.
Give it a go.
You know what I always hated about 000? Because when I was young, we had like one of those, you put the finger in, you pulled it around.
Yeah, the rotary dial. Yep.
The 0 was right at the end.
Yeah.
So there's the longest number to call for an emergency. like your house is burning down.
111.
This is an emergency. Ah, fuck. 000.
I remember the rotary phones. You used to force it back. You're in such a hurry that you'd take the dial and you'd go to the finger stop and then push it back.
It was amazing how they worked, though. That it's just if you had to just stop your finger in that thing, like it. even at the early days of the phone, that didn't look like a system.
No, it didn't look like something anyone
like
someone could have brought that in, and you go, no, that won't work.
No, that's not the
Work
right
on
one.
something
Just try
better.
having the numbers on buttons.
Yeah, and push 'em.
We weren't pushing buttons yet. They couldn't figure that out.
They actually didn't
Fuck.
have push button phones until like the
No,
60s.
I'll tell
I
you-
know, but it seems like they should have had.
I'll
had a
tell you
rotary
an
phone or
invention that I thought took for fucking ever to get going was making stamps stickers. Like, you know how you get a stamp now,
Oh, yes.
and it's just a sticker, you just stick it on the fucking envelope.
Yeah, you don't have to lick
You'd
it.
go into the post office, they'd be selling different stickers in the post office box, and there'd still be that old bag with a fucking sponge sitting next to it. And you're like, surely someone can figure out a better system than this fucking adhesive that you have to put on your tongue.
Very unsanitary too, because where the fuck
Absolutely.
did they store those stamps and everything?
They were supposed to have them a lot earlier, but they didn't because the adhesive they didn't think was going to work.
The Simpsons are going to end it.
Jimmy. That's such a lie. I was watching a thing on YouTube about the change from rotary phone to push button phone, and they actually.
Were you just watching it now? Or?
No, I had watched it like maybe a week ago.
Okay.
And it was put out by the phone company, which was the phone company back then.
Yeah.
And it was the lady that did the demonstration. She had to demonstrate. And now you push a button, and this is how you would dial this number. And it's the same woman that now still does, if you'd like to make a call, please hang up. And it's her fucking voice. It's the same woman.
My life was better before the phone companies got unrestricted.
Yeah.
Right? Because before, if we wanted to ring my grandmother in Queensland from Sydney to Brisbane or whatever, it would, like, now it's the same price as ringing anywhere in Australia. Right. But it was like $5 a second, and your dad used to stand next to you with a watch and just pass it on to your brother, and you'd go, "Happy birthday, Grandma! Pass it on to your brother!" Like that, right? And then when they deregulated, it's like, we can talk as long as we want. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake! I'm on this conversation forever now.
People used to actually say that, like, make it quick.
Fucking Skype. My mother loves Skype, right? My mother will sit there on Skype and just look at me. And I'm like,
You know what you should do?
Got nothing to say, just staring.
Work up a rod, then just stand up and let her see it and walk off fucking camera. She'll never do that again.
The thing is that my mum also was big on when she found out that she bought this call plan that she could call America for as much as she want for $10 or something like that. And my excuse used to always be, I need to do a shit. Right? Oh, Mum, I gotta go. I gotta do a shit. Right? And my mum's like this. She'd be like, I'll wait.
Oh,
and I
no.
didn't need to do a shit, so I just walk away from the phone what I thought an appropriate amount of time for a shit was. And then I come back like, all right, I'm back again.
Hey, do we have time to talk about that guy from Occupy Wall Street?
Oh, yeah. He,
Do we have like 2 minutes before John comes in?
I tell you, the worst
Because
thing.
we have an update on this kid. He came in the other day. He's one of our interns, and he's occupying Wall Street, man.
He's
He's
pretty
one of the guys.
articulate on the air.
Pretty articulate, making his points. I don't know how much I believe or agree in
whatever,
with,
yeah.
but he was well spoken.
He's there for the fingering.
But,
and then he
Yeah.
figured some broad. And do we have time? Why are we closing the curtains?
But he,
For guests, we're doing that from now on. After last time, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But here's the deal. He got a bunch of tweets, I guess, because I was reading some tweets about it, and people
Or
were
is John
digging
here?
it.
Okay.
They were digging it.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
and they're like, "Oh my God, hey, dude, he should be on this, that." And I think it may have, from the buzz that's going around, may have inflated his ego a bit too
Really?
much for an intern.
What happened to your college shirt? Now you're looking more like a hippie today.
Yeah,
Well, he's
bum.
He's famous now. He can
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
sweater
yeah.
on.
Casual.
So you went back down there and slept?
I went back to Brooklyn and I slept. I hadn't slept in a few days, so that's probably why I was so wired and kind of on key yesterday.
Yeah.
Was that yesterday? You were on with us?
Oh, wow.
all right.
I don't even
Jeez,
remember.
I know. It seemed like 3 days ago.
The listeners, especially during the replay, I started noticing a lot of tweets saying, "Hey, it was pretty good. It was that." But now, the kind of the big head, and now the
Yeah.
I want more airtime. It's like a drug.
He's turning into Ace Rothstein. He really thinks who the fuck he is, don't he?
Ace Rothstein. Ace is high. So now I'm hearing like he kind of tried to weasel himself into the after show yesterday, and actually evoked the name of Greg Opie Hughes as a kind of a reference that said maybe Opie wanted him on the after show.
I said I did say it was up to the guys.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We don't run that 10 o'clock
You
hour.
thought that, but you didn't hesitate to mention it.
True. I mean, I would have loved to
Danny and
host
Travis.
the after show.
Well,
He thought maybe he should sit at the big boy table with us because, just in case we start talking about him. There he is.
Right there he is.
Yeah, he'd be a point of reference, wouldn't he?
Right.
I do want an update. You were down there yesterday?
No, I didn't even.
Oh, so you haven't even been down there since you've been on our show?
Oh shit! See?
Oh, then get the fuck out.
So why
were you
big radio star now?
Why were
would
you
he go
late
down
this
there?
morning if you weren't down there? What was the reason for being late?
Exactly. He was late this morning.
I slept. I went home and I slept, and the plan was to wake up and go back down to Wall Street. So I would hopefully have something for today. And just the lack of sleep from the couple days before got to me, and I never woke up.
That kind of fucks up your cause. We're trying to have sympathy for you people that need jobs, but you can't be late to your internship.
True.
Yeah.
And then expect to be hired.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
I'm on time and I don't even work here.
He was late.
Yeah.
I would love to have an update for Monday or sometime next week.
I thought you had something.
So we'll
today.
see.
Yeah, well, we'll see. And I also heard a day off. Took a day.
Last week?
Yeah?
Last Wednesday.
Anything
Was an
like
off day.
anything pressing?
that-
Was it something pressing?
That
No,
fingering
it
can really
was the
tire
same
you
thing.
out.
No
Same
sleep.
thing,
from
a
the
little
last couple
tired.
days. It is a tough schedule to adapt to.
Really? Is it? Is it really?
Wait, so one of the guys from Occupy Wall Street was late today and took a day last. It writes itself.
Right down the toilet.
It writes itself.
The argument. Well, yeah.
But I'll tell you about how the Federal Reserve works.
Yeah. The world is sleeping. The world is sleeping. That's good. Nothing. You know what wakes you up?
Yeah.
A nice face full of mace from the police, or a fucking nightstick across the head.
Interns are sleeping too.
They keep printing more money.
Yeah. Why
They
not?
can't print more time.
Like the way you think.
Well, why wake up and earn your money when you could yell at rich people to give it to you? That's
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And by rich, anybody making anything.
You got?
That's,
You want to comment on
That's
that?
the wealthy.
There, Sleepy.
Sleepy.
You know, I was wondering, is this the first intern class where there's no nicknames? Because it's just right now, it's intern Matt, intern Sal.
Oh, you want a nickname, do you?
You want a nickname?
What's your nickname?
Yeah, you got to be around for us to give you a nickname.
Yeah. How about
How about Johnny Comes Lately?
Chip?
Actually, that was a good one, Chip. I like that one.
I think we just named you Sleepy.
Oh, shit.
Sleepy.
Some people are recommending fingers. I did that.
Tardy.
Yeah.
Mr. Finger Pop.
Tardy's good.
Tardy.
Tardy is a good name. Tardy is a good name.
You don't like that one. Hey, where's Tardy?
How about Stuttering John, 1998?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Stuttering John.
Nothing really
look like him,
coming.
The hairdo.
No, I was looking to see if somebody actually had
We'll figure it
good
out.
names. But
No, you can't. You
Tardy ain't
can't
bad.
beat Tardy.
Tardy is good.
Tardy's
Yeah.
good.
The only thing about Tardy is just the kind of
Shut up,
retard.
Tardy.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the beauty of it, actually.
You late retard.
Get it?
Only a tard wouldn't get that joke straight off. Like, we'd go, well, it's got retard connotations. Really?
You're learning a lot about radio right now. See how one day you're on top, the next day you're a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
That is.
E-Rock wants in on this.
E-Rock wants in.
Oh, yeah. I think he's had it with this kid already.
So, you know,
Oh, no.
you're discussing, you know.
E-Rock, by the way, let me just preface this. E-Rock, by the way, is in charge of the interns. He's like the boss of the
Let me say
interns.
something.
And why is that?
Because Travis can't be trusted with interns. Oh, my God. He molests them.
Yeah, well, that's hearsay.
Look at Travis. Travis just wants us to move on.
And the funny thing is like, you know, we've all noticed little things about intern Matt, and like with Eric Eric, you know, he shares a lot of the thoughts that we all do.
Oh, sure.
And I'm actually surprised it's taken Eric, because I know Eric's had his little issues with him, so I'm surprised it's actually taken this long for it to bubble up.
Do you know
all right.
anything about this?
Well, I think me and Eric have gotten off to a good start.
All right, well, let's hear Eric's. Oh, no. Eric just rolled his eyes and shook his head.
This new Eric rules.
Oh, geez. Much like a great white, rolling his eyes and shaking his head.
Go ahead, E-Rock.
So here's the thing. He starts. We're talking to him, trying to get a feel for his personality, what he wants to do here and everything. He doesn't really want to do anything but be a character for the show. He's expressed not only to me, but to other people that he's like, like intern David and Love Buzz and Oscar. These were people that made it on the air. And I said, they made it on the air for being who they are, that you guys picked up on this and brought them in. Not, I will do a million different things to try to become the next person on the show.
Oh, boy.
And he doesn't want to hear that.
Oh,
and then what happened was you guys gave him the Occupy Wall Street angle, and then that was the hook he needed.
Oh,
but then he blew it by sleeping in.
Yeah, because that would have been...
That would have been your thing.
And if you would have had like another segment and like, well, here's what happened today. It would have been like, all right, there's our guy down there. We need a guy down there.
That would have been a regular segment.
But he was a little sleepy. You know what, Opie? I heard him say earlier, and I don't know if you caught this. This is a very hard schedule. I don't know if you caught that.
Well, it is. I mean, 5 in the morning. You gotta wake up at 3:30.
See, I was being a little sarcastic. I've been doing it for fucking ever.
We've been.
We're
7 years in on this schedule.
I was doing stand-up last night and everything. I still showed up.
It's the me generation, man.
I came from Jersey.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, you do have like 8 Red Bulls. I mean, to get
That
you
is
going.
true.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, shit. Now he's shitting on the guests.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, damn. I knew it.
Yeah,
You have to make sacrifices to get where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
I did come here for the free Red Bull.
No, you should protest so that other people could sacrifice.
That's true.
I'm still on fucking Team Tard.
Yeah, you like Team
Tardy?
Tardy?
I'm still on Team Tardy.
Team Tardy.
I said we got to give him another shot. He did a good job yesterday. He can't just be the GOAT today.
All right, Monday he should have a big Occupy Wall Street update.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
I will.
Yeah, well, yeah, because there's supposed to be some shit going down this weekend, right?
I think it might. Yeah, I think
You haven't been to the
something's
website?
going to have to happen.
Oh, it's going to be in the 80s, too. Imagine how that's going to
It's
smell.
nice out.
Oh, shit,
So he
it
might
is
take the
nice
day
out.
off.
Anthony, do you think problems sleep? No, of course they don't. They're always there.
No.
It's like crime.
Exactly. It's like crime. It's just there.
The news is saying it went viral, though.
What?
The Occupy Wall Street has gone viral.
Yeah, and you know what
It's
happens?
popping up in
you know
all
what
the
happens
cities
with viral things? They fucking get old and go away.
Oh, boy.
That is true. I heard like
you can
Philly
get rid of
and
a
Boston.
virus pretty quickly.
You take a one-day Zithromax and it's gone.
Yeah.
Eric's got something else. What?
So 6 o'clock comes around. We're starting the show and everything, and Matt's not here.
And you just got in.
Yeah.
And
You're listening to it in the elevator?
Over the sounds of the motors creaking. Sorry.
I haven't seen E-Rock for a while, and he has gotten fat. I hardly recognize him. He's squeezing into that booth.
Yeah, it's hard to hear the show with the alarms going off.
Doesn't it look like we're at SeaWorld? Tap on the glass, he'll come up to it.
Yeah. Feed him a fish or something and cut his throat.
Holy shit! Jesus Christ, Chip. Out of your fucking mind. Sorry, E-Rock, so it's 6 o'clock.
so we don't see Matt. I give him a call. And it's ringing and ringing and ringing. I'm waiting to leave a voicemail, but nothing picks up. Finally, he answers the phone, and I thought he was like kind of fucked up, right? So I said, Matt, where are you? Are you coming in? Yeah. And I go, did you go to the Wall Street thing again last night? Because if he was there, I would, we have some more material.
Obviously, yeah.
No, I didn't set my my alarm, but I can come in. I'll be in there about an hour, or I could just, take another day off. So he gave me the options of what he wanted to do today.
Right.
And I said, get off the phone and get your ass in here.
Oh!
Nice. Tough E-Rock.
Whoa!
But he didn't lie. He said, I forgot to set my alarm, and no, I didn't go to Wall Street. So I'll give him credit for that. He didn't lie.
All right. Yeah.
E-Rock, he sounded tough on the phone. I was a little... I mean, it definitely got me up and up.
He
I'm like,
did,
oh
shit.
E-Rock is pissed.
E-Rock's never been the boss of anyone, so it's kind of cool for him, I think.
He's definitely not the boss of his diet.
Oh, Jim, just the poor fat kid. Can't help himself.
He's gonna pass on a lot of anger to these poor kids.
Oh, I know. Oh man, that's all I'm imagining is like all the years of
shit he's taken.
He's had to take.
Got to come out one way or the other.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Oh, you're.
I've tried. I mean, we sat down and we talked with him.
Oh, boy.
One day last week, he didn't show up till later, and he called me. He fell asleep on the train and woke up at the Trade Center. So he's down there waiting to find another train to come back up.
Right.
Gets up back here about 7 o'clock in the morning. We have a talk. We're explaining what he needs to do and you know how to straighten all this stuff out. We'll start over. The next day is when he decided to take the day off.
Right.
And we thought we were making progress. He came on the air. He did okay. You know, had a great segment.
Yeah.
And then he pulls this shit again. Oh, so it's just constantly going up and down.
It's a real case of 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
He took out. Don't forget he took out a loan for his internship.
Yeah, and then prefers maybe not to show up.
Yeah.
And yet the banks are the bad people that are fucking student loans. Isn't it? If you're gonna have to pay back the student loan, you might as well. Put in.
But it doesn't mean that he was
effort.
wrong about it. No, just because he's a heap of shit. I mean, no disrespect.
No offense. So
Yeah, but you know what? It's people like that are the reason that no one's taking this movement seriously.
Yeah.
Because for every one person that's making legitimate sense out there, there's probably 100 of this kid.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're that kid.
You're that kid now.
No.
I blame it on thermite paint.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the thermite paint. I know it. You think it's a coincidence he fell asleep on the train? They put sleeping gas in there.
Yeah. Stop it, Jesse.
All right,
Stop
all right,
it. What's
Jesse.
wrong?
We get it, Jesse.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's a conspiracy. Ooh, look out.
They didn't want him to know about the paint, right, Ant?
No, they didn't, Chipper.
What are you doing? Hopping
Chipper.
like a kangaroo? Something?
Is our guest here?
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay. Jim
I'm
Jefferies is going to hop a seat over to the right. And then we got John Ratzenberger. Wow, this is great. Take a seat, sir. Boy, are you well dressed.
Oh, well, yeah, because
You look very good.
I was at Woodstock. It's my fault that you guys are dressed like you are.
Is that it?
So I'm trying to undo my damage.
Undo the damage, huh?
Yeah. It's
No,
just,
you look very spiffy. Very nice today.
a matter of thank you. I was at Woodstock, and I was actually there. I actually
You
worked
were
there.
at Woodstock.
And I remember one of the local farmers saying, I've never seen so many out-of-work farm hands in my life. Because everybody had jeans, T-shirts.
Oh, yeah, dressed like farmers. Yeah. That was a whole movement thing back then going on.
Oh, it's still here.
And well, now there's the Wall Street thing going on here in New York is the big movement that really isn't doing much.
Yeah, but Hendrix not going to play there.
No,
is he?
no, you're not going to see the Star Spangled Banner played by Jimi Hendrix there.
Were you partaking back then when you were in at Woodstock?
No, you know what? I mean, I had long hair, a beard. I was a carpenter. I was a journeyman carpenter. Head through New England, and that's how I found out about the job. I happened to be in the area working on a house. But no, that always just got in my way. It just, to me, it was more annoying.
Right.
The mood altering, brain altering stuff.
Yeah.
Just, we operate heavy machinery. That's the last thing.
Wow, that's kind of true. Yeah.
You don't
And
want
also
to
it's-
saw and mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I always looked at it as a very hip way of being lazy. Of
Yeah.
not having to do anything with your life.
That's true. I will say it would make you lazy. I think that's what screwed my high school career up. I was doing really good in school up until I started smoking pot, and then it just went right out the window. I haven't smoked in many, many years, by the way.
I have a question for you about the Cheers audition, too. Did you, because this was very ballsy, did you go on the audition and not have a good read, and then actually just decide, like, come back and go, look, could I do that again, but as a character?
No, it was even more desperate than that. See, I prior to that, I was living and working in Europe, in England, for 10 years, and I was doing really well
As an actor?
Yeah, an actor, yeah. And so I came to Los Angeles. It was a writing job I got hired to do to write a show based on the life of the Emperor Nero for CBS. And then somebody said, hey, this Cheers thing, and blah, 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 blah. I said, yeah, okay, I'll go in. But up until that point, I had never auditioned in my life because I didn't go to acting school. And it was on-the-job training for me. So I didn't know what auditions were even about. So they handed me the paper. I thought, oh, this is nice. This is what I'm supposed to chat about. So I walk in, and I'm looking around the office for a chair. And the guy says, Jimmy Burrows, as a matter of fact, said, what are you looking for? I said, well, my chair. I thought, I'm going to sit down. He says, "You're not here to chat. You're here to audition."
Right off on a bad foot right there.
Oh, no. So I remember all the blood just rushing out of my I was so scared. So I did a very bad job, but on the way out the door, 1 foot out the door, 1 foot still in, I could see my 8x10 wafting into the wastebasket. Somebody ripped it up. And I said, "You have a bar know-it-all." Because growing up in New England, I grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Every bar's got a horse's patootie. He thinks he knows everything.
And you were originally auditioning for Norm, correct?
I forget which. It was a part of somebody at the bar. I mean,
Yeah.
In the beginning, they had more characters than they did, at the second year. But it was just a part. I don't know whether the part was called George or Norm or. But I mean, that all part is all just blank to me. I just remember the fear. So I improvised.
Yeah.
I said. And there was a character that I always liked using in Europe. I did the improvised comedy, but there was a bunch of stock characters I'd use. But then they go, the newspaper was originally printed vertically. And so they started laughing to the point where I was just trying to maintain my dignity.
Right.
Yeah. I just say, okay, so guys, good luck with this show. I'm out of here. But 2 days later, I got the call and was there for 11 years cracking jokes.
What ball?
Wow, that
Just
is-
to
that's
do
great,
a
yeah.
character that wasn't even in the script. I didn't know that. That's great.
Yeah.
It really was just like, I need them to know I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And I don't want to stand there and make excuses. I never went to acting school. I've never auditioned before.
It wasn't
Because
even
then you're schmo.
It wasn't even getting the job at that point. It was just kind of trying to restore your dignity.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Because I was doing real well in London. I mean,
Yeah.
when I first got there, 10 years prior, I was living in an abandoned building. But after the 10 years, I had a nice apartment near Hyde Park and blah, blah, blah.
Were you doing live shows or film?
Yeah, first 6 years did live shows all through Europe. Edinburgh Festival in London, all through England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, Holland, Germany, Italy, France. And then the last 5 years, I started doing movies. I did about 28 movies over there.
What kind of live shows were you doing? Was it comedy based or?
Yeah, there's two of us. Called ourselves Sal's Meat Market. And it wasn't like, a Second City. So we just called making stuff up. That's what we called it. We didn't know that there was a word called improvisation.
Nothing fancy, just making stuff up.
Well, we would do a show that would change 80 to 95% every night. Because we knew the beginning, we knew the middle, we knew the end. But the getting there always changed.
Now, were you taking audience suggestions like improv does, or were you guys just...
No, I mean, we would, as a goof, from time to time, but the audience knew that the show was going to change, so we had repeat audiences every night.
Okay.
Because it was a different show, but the same story.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
No, we did it again out of desperation. We didn't know what we were doing.
How long ago was this? I've done the Edinburgh Festival myself, 10 times. How long ago did you do Edinburgh?
72, 73. That's when 6 people showed up.
I didn't even know the festival was that old, to be honest with you.
I think it started in the 50s. But again, Billy Connolly was there, and a bunch of people you know now, but maybe 10,000 people showed up, but now it's got to be 500,000.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah.
Wow.
I sold 20,000 tickets last time I was there, so that's myself. So that's like
that's crazy.
But still to this day, the average size of an audience at that festival is 5.
Really?
Yeah, because most gigs are just called off because no one shows up. And then you get the really successful shows. But it's not like you go to Montreal or you go to Chicago or you go to Melbourne where they're all invitation shows. Like the comics are invited to go. Anyone can perform at the Edinburgh Festival if you got the balls just to put your fucking show on and pay
Really?
for it.
Oh, really?
So you get a lot of fucking whack jobs up there, I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy in his jockey shorts on a unicycle juggling machetes.
He's the Prime Minister now.
He's just going like this. And I'm in the crowd watching him. Because I brought my kids over there a few years ago. I said, you got to see this. And then he looks down at me and goes, you started like this, didn't you? Because that's where
right.
I started at the Edinburgh Festival and doing the Fringe.
I gotta tell you, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I truly mean that. I really am a big fan.
He's been talking.
I've been talking about it since yesterday.
You kept calling him Jeff Ratzenberger. What are you talking about?
That's my cousin. He's a tool and die maker.
But me and my brother play a game called What Movie Cliffy's In, and if we see you in a movie, then we have to just talk as you in that movie forever. so there's like that scene where you pick up Candace Bergman in the Jeep in Gandhi to take Candace Bergman to see Gandhi, and who would have thought Cliff would have been in Gandhi, but he was. And for the rest of that film, my brother going, yes, I'm going to see that thin Indian guy. Who's that guy? Wait, why aren't you eating? You know that eating makes you healthy.
Must be going through chemotherapy. That's a good game. That's internet worthy.
Oh yeah. Star Wars, the two Superman films,
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's where we all go off, man.
Yeah. Now, what character were you in Empire? You got that scene
Major
at
Derlin.
You're right.
Major Brent. That was actually my first action figure too.
Was it?
They exist.
They're out there.
And that was made while you were in England, I assume, as well, because they also they did at the Earl Street Studios, whatever it is.
L Street.
Yeah,
Up in just in North London. Yeah.
When was that character in the movie? What part of the film?
He was the commander of the Rebel Air Force. I'm the one who told Princess Leia we got to close the doors.
So these rebel scum have to get out of there.
So he just talks like Cliff.
From then on, me and my brother would just be Cliff's just off in space. And we'd follow his adventures that have never happened.
Hilarious.
I have a whole backstory for every small part you've ever done.
Is he the bridge too far?
It's a big bridge here. I'm not going to say that one.
We got to go across the river, Major. You got Nazis on the other side there. I don't know where to dodge those bullets. That's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. You were in that one.
I did that. I did that to my nephews and nieces, and they're like, "Oh, he's doing the pig from Toy Story."
Oh, that's the action figure. One of them.
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a pretty manly looking action figure.
I used to look like that.
That's action.
I used to go to church dressed like that.
That's like a holy
With a
Jesus.
gun
Yeah,
and
there it
The
is.
second row of that one. That's what it was.
Wow, man.
There you go.
Yeah. Jesus
Isn't the internet
Christ.
something? Look at that.
The internet is something. That's a great face picture.
How easy is that?
The thing is now with the Blu-ray thing, with George Lucas fucking with it, you're all in CGI now, and you're a lizard.
You look pretty badass in that. Gotta tell you. That I wouldn't screw with that guy. Like, he looks tough.
No, you shouldn't.
Tough guy. I like that.
Yeah, I can show you scars here.
Yeah.
No, I grew up just down the road here in the bucolic seaside village of Bridgeport.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
Anyone's ever been there?
Enchanting.
Bridgeport
Is
is
it? Yeah, it's lovely.
Well, yeah, and you said what? Is your brother really a tool and die maker, or you're a
No. I grew up. My uncles were, and they were
Bridgeport, obviously the home of the Bridgeport milling machine.
That's exactly right.
I used to do a little machining myself.
Well, I remember my uncles talking about it, and I know you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They talk about tolerances of 1/2000th of an inch.
Yeah.
The fate of Western civilization depended on it.
And it sometimes would, yes. Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I discovered when I got older, that they were exactly right.
Yeah.
So that's the program the campaign that I'm involved in now, of just getting kids back to working with their hands. The Center for America.org. I got to put that in, because you can go there, and anybody, any walk of life in the country can go to their schools, their manufacturing, their unions, and say, how do we teach kids these skills? Because we're running out of them. We're literally running out of people who know how to make and build things.
Make things, right. This country doesn't make things anymore.
America needs immigrants more than anywhere else in the world for things like this. Australians are coming over here in floods because you guys can't build stuff.
No one's making things. Yeah.
Right.
I always I worked for a living for like half my life was spent working, and then the other half is this, which I don't consider work. Right. But it makes me appreciate the hell out of this, because I know what it's like to be in an attic when it's 150 degrees in there running ductwork. It stinks. It's not a fun thing to do. But it was always one of those things where if worse came to worse, I'd crawl back in the attic and at least have a roof over my head, literally, and then be able to pay for, food. See, a roof over my head. I made an angle roof. Jimmy is cracking up at me.
You've always got that to fall back onto. It's like Jesus and his carpentry.
Yeah, but he didn't really need
if that God stuff didn't work out, you could always make you a nice table.
Did he invent the table?
Oh, yeah. It's a little known fact at the table.
Oh, God. How did you get from doing live shows to film? Like, not that it's a big jump, but...
the casting director saw one of my shows and said, "Hey, there's Richard Lester's doing a movie," and so I went in and talked to him, because over there you don't audition for movies; you just talk to the director, you chat, because the casting director's job is to make sure that you know what you're doing before they send you in the room. Mm-hmm. So they don't actually have you read; they give you a cup of tea, and so I'm sitting talking to Richard Lester or Richard Attenborough, and we're just chatting.
Wow. Yeah, that's what it was. That's a big one.
Yeah.
You ever see the footage of him
The Great Escape, man.
being hoisted
Great
up to
Escape
those
is amazing.
Is he the guy that does the nature show too?
Who's that?
No, that's his brother, David
David,
Attenborough.
Oh, different guy. Okay.
No, but they're brothers. But David Attenborough is fucking 90 years old, and I'm telling you, that cunt will still poke a crocodile with a stick. I've seen him do it, and he does it so politely as well. Like, that one's really coming to get me. That's
funny.
Well, it's Mad Dogs and Englishmen.
Yeah.
He puts that Steve Irwin to shame, doesn't he?
Well, of course he did. Yeah. Wow, that is funny.
Did you know you worked for Pixar? You've done a lot of stuff at Pixar. Did you know Steve Jobs? Because
I did.
You did. He was. I didn't realize that he was a big part. I mean, I found out like in the last week or so.
He owned the whole thing.
I didn't realize he was a big part of that.
What he did with Apple overshadowed that, and that's huge. So, just an amazing innovator.
He was on the board of Disney like several times over, or whatever, because of when he sold the company Pixar.
Yeah, nice guy.
Great.
You met him and stuff. Yeah,
he's a great guy. He's the kind of guy who we used to. In his generation, he was growing up. He was a tinkerer. Mm-hmm. He started in his garage.
Yeah,
and he went on to touch the lives of every single man, woman, and child on the face of the earth. He's the Thomas Edison of our time.
Yeah.
But what we've done in our wisdom, we're telling all the kids, you got to go to college, and kids don't play outside anymore. They don't discover things. Build a treehouse, fix your bicycle, so that generations.
Right, man. Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't got time. I'm playing with my iPad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but he was
great point.
What a great gentleman, just kind to a fault. But he bought Pixar from George Lucas at the urging of Ed Catmull, and John Lasseter was put in charge, and boom, that's been working with them 17 years now.
Wow. Yeah. And the Toy Story movies, obviously, are just huge, man. I remember the first time. No. But you know what? I don't need them. Monsters Inc. was amazing. Yeah. But it's those movies where you sit down, you watch, and you're amazed and stunned by what they did just to put that on the screen. But that goes away within a few minutes, and then they're real characters. You know, they're no longer just It's amazing how it's just a modernized version of animation, but there's so much depth to it, and the writing's amazing too.
How good is a movie when it's the third in a trilogy and it's nominated for the Oscar?
Yeah.
And it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just nominated with the rest of them, and Toy Story 3 is one of the best films of the year. Unbelievable.
And the voices are so familiar, and that's kind of really
they're famous movie stars.
I know Jim Jefferies.
It's Tom Hanks, you know.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Really? Yeah, that's a great
that
franchise.
opening of Up. The first 10 minutes, you see that?
Yeah.
That one's
balloons,
depressing,
right?
though. The old lady dying.
I know, yeah.
I didn't like Up.
But you're in tears, and there's no dialogue at all.
Yeah.
But that's artistry. That's
amazing.
But they go back to the golden age of Hollywood, where you work on a story, make the story good, and then make your movie. They don't do it. But now a lot of people do it opposite. Oh, we got these actors, and let's see, it's a cowboy set, so let's get some horses. Yeah, put them on. And they'll make movies like that now. Instead of saying, let's work 3 years just on the story. But that's why Pixar's so good at what they do.
When you see shows now, because you were in such a successful show, I mean, do you think the writing has gotten a little soft or different? It has, right? It's no more. Ted Danson wanted to drink and fuck chicks, but it was realistic.
Well, it's because the generation of writers that wrote Cheers and Frasier and Wings, they had grown up in a generation where they read books. The generation of writers now have grown up watching television. So you're now getting things on sitcoms that were in sitcoms 20 years ago.
Right.
True.
But when you grow up, the writers that grew up reading books, they understand story, they understand character arc, they know how to craft a story. But now it's just different.
I watched Cheers. It's dated very well. Like, I still watch it now. You can watch an episode of Cheers now, and when Norm comes in and he says his opening line, it's still fucking killer. It's like, I was watching one the other day, and they said, how's life treating you, Mr. Peterson? And he goes, like, I'm sleeping with its wife and it knows. And you're like, that's a great line in any sitcom ever.
That was, because when you had the caliber of people, the Charles brothers, David Angel, who died in the 9/11 crash, David and his wife Lynn. But these are high caliber writers. They would read real books.
Glenn and Les Charles, right?
Glenn and Les
They did
Charles.
Taxi, did
They start, that's where they met Jimmy Burrows, and then the three of them gave birth to Cheers and a ton of other things.
Now, Cheers initially didn't do very well in the ratings.
We were dead last in the ratings.
Yeah. But now you see, like, that show would just be dumped.
Oh, I wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah, they don't give.
I'd be in England being a spaceman or something.
They don't give shows a lot of time to grow. But on the other hand, a lot of the shows, you could tell right away they're trying too hard to build a character in one episode.
Yeah.
And stuff. So
that's exactly right, because the networks then, Grant Tinker was the president of NBC, and everybody around him told him to dump the show. We're in the last place.
Wow.
And he said, he was an old school guy. He said, it makes me laugh. Let's keep it on for a little bit longer. So that September, when we had the beginning of our second year, was also the Emmys for the prior year. We won bushel basket of them. So then the audience started watching the show.
Right.
So we were between number 1 and number 5 for the next 10 years. But because of Grant Tinker.
Right.
And Steve Jobs was the same way. He didn't have focus groups. He didn't turn to his marketing people.
Hey, it made me laugh. Or, hey, that's
said,
interesting. I like it.
Yep.
More working on a human hunch, than
intuition.
Some kind of slide rule mentality that's used now. That
like the new crop of sitcoms that just come out this year, and I won't name anything, but Whitney.
Stand it.
And like,
What's that? I haven't seen that.
it's not as good as the.
You do that very well.
He really does, man.
But, it's
like a hobby or something.
whole childhood spent on you, man. I'm telling you. Some people had the Beatles.
That's fantastic.
I was abused. But yeah, I find like you can tell when there's, because I've been in pilots as well, when they start going, the focus group doesn't like this character, we're going to take it out. And it's always, who wants to be in a focus group? A cocksucker, that's who. Who's got time in the afternoon? No one with intellect. You're speaking to Wendy, whose husband's out, who it's just like, and I go out and I take tablets on the side for income, and now I get to watch this show and say what I think of that, and people just pay me, and this mop's good, right? And this is the fucking woman who's deciding my TV viewing.
Yeah. Well, but also there's a lot of jobs at stake, a couple hundred jobs.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of that in Vegas. They do a focus group, and now why Vegas?
Wow, that doesn't
this
seem
is
like
not your average audience.
Your peers,
no one's desperate in Vegas.
Probably to get a
for money.
cross section of the country.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's why, because they get everybody from everywhere in the country goes to Vegas.
Everybody who wants to gamble.
Yeah. So you're getting a cross section of the same people.
You're getting a cross section of all the douchebags from all across the country.
But it takes away the intuition that the people in the networks have. Like MASH would have been canceled because it was tanking, but the head of the network's wife liked it, and she would talk to him in bed about how great this show was. So he kept it on because his wife was telling him what a great show it was.
Seinfeld was another one that initially
3 big shows.
They
like it.
moved it time
right?
slots 3 times for Seinfeld, didn't they?
And that was an utter failure. Seinfeld.
No, it did well.
Oh, did it, little Jim?
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
3 biggest shows. I can't think of any bigger sitcoms. I mean, maybe Ray is in that category too. Everybody loves Raymond, but they all would have been canceled by today's standards. All 3 of them would have been fucking axed within 6 months.
That's that whole thing. Like Ray Romano, he was fired from News Radio, and then replaced with Joe Rogan. Like
same with UFC.
Yeah. But Ray Romano was told he wasn't a good enough actor and he was fired, and then Letterman gets behind him, gives him Everyone Loves Raymond, and then the next year he bloody wins the Emmy for Best Comical Actor.
Yeah.
And so, things turn around, hopefully.
You did that show where you kind of went around the country and
Yeah, Made in America. I was, we were the beginnings of all those shows.
Right.
Because we let people know that, hey, there's a whole other world out here where people really work for a living.
Yeah, let's
And
take
it's
a camera
interesting.
out and talk to
You
the
went,
working
you went to the
Joe.
Stern Pinball Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched that. Yeah.
Jim's like,
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, because these are, for me, these are the people that are essential to our society. They make stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do. That's what brought us to the dance. Make stuff, build stuff. So that's why, well, even this week, AOL, if you go to AOL, I'm hosting a program there about jobs, skilled jobs. And with the CenterForAmerica.org, what I'm trying to do is bring dignity and respect back to exactly those people. And it was through Made in America, I noticed that the average age is 56 years old. So 6 to 10 years, they're gone. They're done.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to have any bridges. When you turn on that water tap,
nothing comes out. You brought up an interesting point earlier, and we talked about this. I've noticed it. Yeah, I'm sure you've got to go. I hate that.
I don't have to go.
These people.
We're not saying it, but your guys are saying you other press.
Yeah.
I'd rather
But the whole thing, when I was
won't
growing
love
up,
you as much as we do.
I know.
exactly
Damn it. When I was growing up, I remember, like, if your bike chain broke, you fixed it. You got a flat tire.
Yep.
You roughed up that tube and got the glue out. You built go-karts, tree forts. You really don't see that happening anymore.
No, and you just buy another bike now. You throw it away, go down to Kmart or whatever.
And that is the beginning of what makes somebody, gives them that mind for mechanics and stuff.
West Point,
tinkering.
they say the best officers in West Point come off of farms.
Yeah.
Because to be a farmer, you got to do that. You
Improvise. You got to fix things with baling
And you got to
wire.
do shit you don't like to do, which is get up in the morning and work and things that you just are very unpopular, but you make
and
yourself
focus.
do.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's why I think it's, to denigrate people who are successful. I know tons of people who are multimillionaires and start off with nothing.
Yeah.
Just nothing. But they had a dream, and now we got, people that want to punish people for that.
I know, and that's I say that all the time. It's the American dream, and when you achieve it, when you achieve what this country is supposed to be based on, and what it gives people the opportunity to get. Once you get there, you're the bad guy, and no matter how hard you worked for it. And then there's a bunch of people, especially now, that are looking to take. And say, like, well, I don't have what you have, so now you're obligated to give it to me.
That's the entitlement mentality.
It's
It
disgusting.
never used to be like that.
No, people understood. There's going to be people that are better off, people that are worse off. Sometimes luck comes into play. Sometimes there's a lot of things that happen in this country. The opportunity's there, and if you make something of yourself and achieve the wealth and happiness, it doesn't necessarily mean that this guy is going to get the same thing.
Yeah, it's only the pursuit of happiness.
That's
Right.
And that's what I've been saying during these Wall Street protests. No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
But I've never really seen where you lie politically. You don't usually make a big thing about it publicly.
The Democrats and Republicans both have ignored this message. I'm saying, look, you want to grow corn, you got to plant seed, you got to till the soil, but they want to do pixie dust. So, okay, let's create jobs, and that's all they say is create jobs, and a ton of money, and then they go home. It's like Obama and John Boehner being in the front seat of a car that they just built with no engine, but they're making the engine noises with their lips. That's what we're doing in this country today.
Yeah.
There's no engine. Because we're not training kids. We're not getting them interested in crafting things, building, innovating. And that's what Thomas Edison, he was a tinker.
How much of that is lost, though, because of computer technology, too? Like, how much of that is because we don't have to use our hands in daily life nearly as much to get
Somebody does.
a lot?
Because that electricity that comes into your computer comes from a dam with turbines. Someone's got to build the turbine, maintain the turbine, and we're running out of those people, too. But that's parenting. That's parents saying, well, at least they're safe. I know where they are. Well, but have they ever climbed a tree? Part of our job as children was to break a limb. Our own, not the trees.
But it is true, yeah.
We get hurt.
I don't know how many times I was precariously perched on a branch trying to nail a 2x4 into a tree to build a tree fort.
And usually you use nails that were too small.
Nails that were too small. Yeah, tree fort. And then you'd actually go and pilfer from some construction site.
You go.
And the hardest part was building that initial frame to lay the plywood on. But once that was done, that was gravy. Just where you want to put your walls and that. But it gave you the ability to be able to build things. You learn how to use a handsaw and a hammer and nails and
you know what a rip saw was, a crosscut
yes.
saw. You knew the difference.
Yeah, and you got yelled at for using them. Your dad would yell at you.
Do they still teach that in schools in America? They don't have wood shop anymore.
25 years now. No.
Computer classes.
They still do in Australia. They still have wood shop and stuff in Australia.
Well, that's why we're all going to have to go to Australia for infrastructure.
Yeah.
Water systems that work.
Yeah, we got to wrap.
We have to wrap. They give us an extra few minutes. I want to plug what John is here to plug, though.
Yes.
He's promoting the Center for America's 10 by 20 pledge campaign, 10 million jobs by 2020. And it's very simple. You can go to centerforamerica.org. And, or you can go to, www, as you know, .ratzenberger.com, RATZENBERGER. And, but centerforamerica.org is very easy to remember if you're out driving. And, it's
a great idea. And it's something that, like you said, people are talking about jobs and where are they going to come from, but aren't doing anything about it. And it is.
Because they've never worked, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody watched, they've never had a job.
Oh, God, yes. God, this guy's smart.
Yeah.
I'm just,
sounds like a Bob
very
Nolan to
happy
me.
to hear this.
Well, you remember Tip O'Neill.
They should remake that show. Just bring them all back.
I always suggest that.
John, thank you so
done,
much,
right?
man. Yeah, we got to take
today.
off.
Oh, now they're coming in the door to get us.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
Thanks so much. And you got to plug real quick?
I'll just be at the Stress Factory in Jersey all this weekend, and then next month I'm going to be at Caroline's on Broadway.
Very cool, man. Thanks, everybody. And we will see you, I guess, Monday.
Vulva is what girls have down below. Vulva. When she's naked, it will show. All girls have a vulva, so no matter what you've heard, remember that vulva is the proper word. Our anus, vulva, anus, penis. Our anus, vulva, anus, penis. Our anus, vulva, anus, penis. Our anus, vulva, anus, penis.
God, I want to curse so bad. Do it! Fuck! Do it! Fuck you! Hey! Fuck! Do it! Fuck you! Do it! Fuck you! Do it! Fuck you! Suck it! 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 Lick my sack! Lick my sack! Lick my sack. Hey! All right.